Hi guys, this is the Innovative Minds Tutor. So in this lesson, I'll be looking at prelim, Gauteng Department of Education, September 2016, paper 1. Right, in this video, we are going to review question 1. This video is specifically for those who are doing grade 12, yes, as we are preparing for prelim. All right, we may begin. Question 1.1.1, we are required to solve for x. Basically, this is algebra. We are given 1.1.1, we are required to solve for x, given that 3x squared plus 5x is equals to 2. Yes, you can see it's 3 marks. Well, the first thing here is to rearrange this into a standard form. Let's write 1.1 there. So we're going to say 3x squared plus 5x. Transpose, let's distribute 2 to the left-hand side. It will change the sign. So equals to 0. Yes, maybe you'll get your 1 marks here, but I prefer that you write all the steps. So, yes, we have to factorize here, since this is a quadratic. The factors of 2 doesn't give us the middle term. Then it's quite tedious in that manner. So what do? Let's use what we call a cross method. So what are the factors of 3x squared? The factors of 3x squared is 3x and x. And the factors of 2, it's 1 and 2. So let's cross them to see that these factors are valid. 3x multiplied by 2, it's 6x. X multiplied by 1, it's x, right? Let's see. If we say 6 plus x, it will give us 7, not 5. But if we say 6x minus x, it will give us 5x. So that means our coordinate, our factors are valid, right? Okay. Then we'll have 2 brackets. Remember, since it's a second degree equation. So here it will be 3x as well as x. Then the factors, it's 1 and 2. Right? So what about the sign? So if your last term is negative here, that means your signs will be different. So here it will be negative and here it will be positive. We will then equate everything into 0. We'll say 3x minus 1 is equals to 0. Or x plus 2 is equals to 0. Transpose 1 to the other side, it will be 3x is equals to 1. Then since we're looking for x, make x the subject by dividing both sides by 3. So hence x will be 1 over 3. So when you take x to the other side, x will be negative 2. You can check back by substituting these x values. They must give you 0. Then you can be sure that this is correct. So that's how we can solve a quadratic equation at 1.1.1. Let's take a look at 1.1.2. Oh, here we're given a third equation. The first thing is to isolate the third, or is to rearrange it. So the first thing, we are going to take negative 1 to the right-hand side. So we are going to have root x plus 7. Let's transpose 1. So we are going to have x plus 1. So the second step is to get rid of a root. How do we get rid of a root? We get rid of a root by squaring both sides. You're going to square both sides. So we are going to square here. We're also going to square here. So the root and 2 will cancel. So we shall be left with x plus 7. Then work out your brackets. You square the first term, which it will be x squared. This power multiplies everything that is inside the bracket. So it will be 2 times 1, which is 2, times x, it will be 2x. Then you square the last term, which is positive 1. So from here, we are going to rearrange this into a standard form. So we're going to have 2x squared, plus 2x. Then transpose x to the other side, it becomes negative x. Then transpose 7 to the other side, it becomes negative 7. Then equate everything to 0. So we are having x squared there. 2x minus x, that will be x. 1 minus 7, that will be negative 6, equated to 0. Then from there, we need to factorize this. It's a quadratic again. Then the factors of x squared, it's x and x. The factors of 6, it's 3. So we're going to have 3 and 2. Right, so the signs will be different. So we are going to have plus here and minus here. Let's see that is it true. 3 minus 2, it's 1. 3 times negative 2, it's negative 6. Yes, our signs are correct. Then equate everything to 0. X plus 3 equated to 0, or x minus 2 equated to 0. If we transpose 3 to the other side, it becomes negative 3. If you transpose negative 2 to the other side, it becomes positive 2. Then lastly, is to check that your answers are valid. You take your calculator there, go to the original equation. Since we've got x there is negative 3, let's put, where there's x, we shall put negative 3. Negative 3 plus 7 minus 1, that gives us 1 at the left-hand side, it gives us 1. So, but if we take negative 3 to the right-hand side, it becomes invalid. Invalid. So this is NA, it's not applicable. Let's try another factors here, which is another x value there. Let's put 2 plus 7. Okay, don't forget to subtract by 1. It gives us 2. And when we take 2 to the other side, yes, this is valid. So our solution here, it's x is equals to 2. That's how you can work out with the said equation. Right? Hope you find it useful. Then let's go to 1.1.3. 1.1.3, there are two ways that you can work out this type of quadratic equation. But first thing, let's rearrange this into a standard form of a quadratic. So it's x squared minus 8x. If you take positive 10 to the other side, it becomes negative 10. Then equate everything to 0. So already this is in a standard form of a quadratic equation. But they said round the answer off to 1 decimal places. Here's a hint, grade 12. Use a quadratic formula. Use a quadratic formula, or you can complete the square. That's the technique. So here we have A, and here we have B, we have C. Yes, according to a quadratic equation. So we are going to use a quadratic formula to calculate this type of equation. The quadratic formula states that x is equals to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Then second step is to substitute. What is your b there? It's negative 8. So place your negative 8 there, plus or minus, then put negative 8 and square. Yes, it's to substitute, guys. Then we take the coefficient here, which is 1. So it will be 1. Our c will be negative 10, right? Divided by 2a. What is our a there? Our a, it's 1. Okay, negative and negative, it's positive, so it's going to be plus or minus. Then let's work out this. So when we say 8 squared there, that will be 64, isn't it? So let's confirm. That's true, it's 64. Okay, negative 4 multiplied by 1, that's negative 4. And negative 4 multiplied by negative 10, that's positive 40. So we are going to have positive 40 here. 2 times 1, that's 2. Then from there, we can punch a calculator. Right, you can punch your calculator there. So you must have two options here. You must have 2 solutions. Let's punch 8 plus root. We start with the one that has positive. 64 plus 40 divided by 2. Okay. Follow the restriction. The restriction says that round off your answer to 2 decimal places. Let's round off our answer. Shift mode setup, press 6 there, and round off 1 decimal place. So that means it's going to be 9,1. Yes, our solution here, sorry for this. This is 9,1. Or let's focus on the one that is negative. Okay, that will be negative 1,1. So that's how you can work with 1.1.3. And let's go to 1.1.4 then. Okay, 1.1.4. Yes, we're working on 1.1.4 now. Oh, we are given an exponential equation. Well, the first thing is to split the exponent, in this problem. So 3 to the power of x plus 3 to the power of negative x multiplied by 3 to the power of 1 multiplied by 5 equated to 8. So we are going to say 3 to the power of x. Here we are going to apply a negative law of exponents that states that if you're having negative a to the power of negative m, it's going to be 1 all over am. So that's the law that we're going to use there. So you're going to have 1 all over 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3 times 5. That's going to be 15. Okay, which is equals to 8. We can continue further from here. Then we know there's invisible one there, 1 times 15, then that's 15 all over 3 to the power of x equated to 8. So the easiest way is to use a K method. Left let 3 to the power of x be k. So from here, what are we going to do? We are going to place k. So it's going to be k plus 15 all over k, which is equals to 8. So easiest way is to find an LCD here. Let's put divisible by 1. What is an LCD? 1 times k, it's going to be k. K times k, cross method. K times k, it's k squared. 1 times 15, it's 15, equated to 8. Then we multiply both sides by k to get rid of a fraction. So this and this dies. So we're having k squared plus 15. Then we're having 8k. 8 times k, it's 8k. Then transpose, so that you write it in the standard form. It's negative 8k plus this 15 equated to 0. Then we think of the factors of k squared. It's k and k. Factors of 15, that will satisfy this. That will be negative 5 as well as negative 3 equated to 0. So equate everything to 0. K minus 5 is equals to 0, or k minus 3 equated to 0. Take negative 5 to the other side, it becomes positive 5. You take negative 3 to the other side, it becomes positive 3. The reason, if you're having a last term, if your last term is positive here, your signs will be the same. So meaning we are going to have negative and negative. So be very careful of the signs, guys. So from here, we go back. Where there is k, we shall place 5. 3x to the power 5. Can we solve such thing? No, we cannot. But we can use a logarithm. Yes. The log says log base. What is your base there? It's 3. And number, which is 5, is equals to exponent. Then you take your calculator there. So let's see. We're not given a restriction. If they say 2 decimal places, we shall do that. Let's see there. All right. Log. Our log gets 3 and 5 there. So we're going to have 1,5 as our solution here. So let's look at the other solution. Where there is k, we shall place 3 now. 3 to the power of x is equals to 3. The bases are the same. There's an invisible 1. There is an invisible 1 there. So from that part, the bases are the same, meaning that x will be equal to 1. So that's how you can solve 1.1.4. Right, because of space, guys, I shall do this question. So this, the last question here, we are given 1.1.2. Right. Oh, this is a nice question. In one of our videos, Mr. J did explain such thing like this. Simplify without the use of a calculator. First thing first, let's write the equation there. 2 to the power of 2015 plus 2 to the power of 2013 divided by 4 to the power of 1006. Or the first thing is to make all the bases be the same. So we have to change 4 here. So you're going to say 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 1006. Right? Then we're having 2 to the power of 2015 there plus 2 to the power of 2013. Then from here, 2 times 1006, that will be 2012. We're having 2 to the power of 2015 plus 2 to the power of 2013. Let the smallest value be x. So we are going to have 2 to the power of x here. So how many years do we need to get to 2013? Definitely we need 1. So it's going to be x plus 1. How many years do we need to get to 2015? We need 3 years. Definitely it will be x plus 3. So from here, we have to factor out. What is the highest common factor? It will be 2x. 2 to the power of x, I mean. Then we'll be left with 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 1. Divided by 2 to the power of x. When you factor out here, we'll be left with 1. So this and this, they will cancel. Then when we say 2 to the power of 3, that will be 8. 2 to the power of 1, that will be 2. Then we know 8 plus 2, that will be 10. So 10 divided by 1, that's 10. So that's how you can work out with algebra in question 1, prelim Gauteng, September 2016. Hope you find this video useful. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and tune for the second video where we are going to work with question 2. We love you.